Join me right now on Kumite TV is Bellator lightweight newcomer Jacob Landin. What's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, buddy? Thanks for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. The first thing I want to get into is your moniker, Jiu-Jitsu Jesus. Like, where does that come from?
I don't know, man. I think someone just dropped it, during a jiu-jitsu class one time, and it just kind of stuck with me. So, ran with it. So, pretty cool. Looks good on t-shirts,
Definitely, man. But it also kind of puts a big burden on you, right? With the Jesus in there.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, and there's no hiding, my love for the sport, and I think it fits me well, so I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah,
definitely. Well, going into this debut for Bellator, a lot of people are probably wondering who you are, man. Tell us about yourself.
I'm a jiu-jitsu brown belt. I teach at Ultimate Submission Academy on the south side of San Antonio, Texas. I'm a part of the Ohana Academy fight team. We got a bunch of top level guys. I train with, like Alex Hernandez, UFC fighter. My partner, like my best friend, Ray Rodriguez, #1 pound for pound Texas fighter. And the whole entire fight team, man, is just filled with killers, so, I'm just a guy from San Antonio that likes to, fight, I'm just coming off a professional boxing fight, so I just fought for PBC at the end of January up in Brooklyn. So this offer just came at a good time, and I'm happy it came, and, I think after this fight, I think people want to get to know me a little more. Yeah.
Let's go back to that last fight, the boxing match that you had. How was that experience, entering the ring and
it was cool, man. Fighting a bigger name like I'm fighting for Bellator, I just kind of get brushed over, on the story. So, the story reads I haven't fought since 2017. In actuality, I've been boxing professionally since 2017, since my last MMA fight. I had like a long AMI career in MMA, probably about 10 fights, and started boxing, and I've been boxing since. So, boxing for PBC was awesome, man. It's like, they treated us real well, flew us out, great hotel. It was cool to see New York, and just, boxing in Brooklyn, it was like a different experience, man. It's like, I guess like playing football in Green Bay or something. It's like, it was crazy, the energy that they had. So it was a good experience, through and through,
That fight was in January, at the end of January. Did you take some time off before you headed into camp, or were you just right back into it afterwards?
Well, we don't really, of course there's camp as far as, making sure your weight's on point, but as far as taking time off, I train year round. I'm an instructor at our school, so not only am I teaching every day, I'm training every day. We have a regular fight team schedule, that we implement, and a lot of the guys that have been there longer than I have implemented, and we're trying to keep it, whether you're in camp, whether you're not in camp, like you're expected to be here at this time, for this class and whatnot. So there was really not much of a time off. There was no injury in the fight or nothing like that. So really it was right back to it. It was like get back to San Antonio, have a good first meal and get back to the gym, So yeah, not really so much time off. Maybe a little bit on the diet and whatnot, but other than that, not really, no.
What was that meal like?
That first meal?
Yeah.
Well, of course, man, right after the fight, I walked across the street from the Barclays Center, and I had, some New York slices of pizza. I could only eat about half of what I tried to eat, but it was great. But when I got back to Texas, man, a big old Mexican plate of, some Mexican food. Doesn't get no better than Texas Mexican food. So, yeah, that's what it was. Some enchiladas and rice, and it was great.
Yeah, the Tex-Mex is some of the best in the world, man. I gotta admit that.
Definitely, man. I love it.
Now, who are you mentioned some fighters earlier, but who have you been working closely with to get ready for AJ?
Well, the entire fight team, like I said, it's not really like, okay, Jacob's fighting AJ now. We're only going to be with this person. I can't expect the guy to come out and not strike or not, try to kickbox. So, we're training The training is the same. We've added some things, but we haven't like taken anything away. So I'm not like avoiding rounds with this guy because he's tall or this guy because he's not so much of a wrestler. We're definitely adding, more wrestling and more cage work to it already. But it's business as usual, really. But with guys like Alex, Hernandez, being such a great wrestler. My buddy Frazier, he's a great wrestler. He helps Alex get ready for a lot of his fights. We got some really, really good wrestlers that we're adding additional rounds to what we've already been doing,
There's no doubt that this is a huge opportunity for you because AJ is a name in the sport. But you guys are basically in the same position. How did this fight come together?
Well, after the Brooklyn fight, we've been getting a lot of boxing offers, a lot of short notice type stuff, big cards, but nothing that really just, struck like we have to do it. And honestly, it was my partner, my best friend, Ray Rodriguez. He's fighting up on the Contender Series coming soon. He kind of fielded the offer from, the Oklahoma matchmaker, and they asked if I'd be interested in fighting. And honestly, the offer came without a name first, and we just said, yeah, let's do it. We saw 0-1 and at 155, and we were on board already before they even said the name. The name afterwards, everyone kind of looked around like, you talking about the jiu-jitsu guy? And it was kind of an after thing after we already said let's do it. So it's cool, but I'm not trying to put too much emphasis on it. I'm just going to get ready like it's a normal fight and go out there and be at peace. Yeah.
Did you check out his first fight in Bellator? And he's come out and said that he believed he won that fight. Do you agree with him?
I remember watching it back then. I haven't really brushed over it so much recently, but I remember it being a close fight. I remember him being, fast and strong, and I just felt the other guy probably had a little more experience and knew what to do to get the judges to swing his way. I agree with the decision, but anytime you leave it up to the judges, any person, whether it being AJ, whether it being me, whether it being anybody, can say or feel, that they won and really believe it, whether it's reality or not, that's up for discussion. So, I agree with the decision. That's why you got to try to, finish your fights.
AJ, he's known for some unique characteristics, right? What are your thoughts on his persona?
His persona. I wasn't a fan of his, his style of jiu-jitsu wasn't really something I followed, so I can't say I've really dove deep into, researching, I guess, what he's about and whatnot. Obviously, some basic videos and stuff, but I really can't, comment to it because I don't know the guy. Maybe after I meet him at weigh-ins, and you can maybe ask me again, and I can give you a better answer.
Yeah, he most likely at the weigh-ins he'll have something. He'll probably be in your face. Do those types of things?
He'll be in my chin. He'll be in my chin. Yeah.
Do those types of things kind of motivate you in the end? Somebody coming up and talking crazy to you and stuff like that?
I wouldn't say motivates me, but it definitely kind of validates what I'm doing. Like a little reminder, like, oh, okay, we're here to fight, So sometimes you got to roll with it. If he wants to do something like that, that's great. It's just going to remind me of, what we're here to do. I'm not like a pushover. I'm not, I didn't grow up on the cushy side of town. I'm not someone that's going to be intimidated, So if that's what he chooses to do, that's what he chooses to do. But it's just a little reminder that we're here to fight. We're not here to, be buddies and whatnot.
Bellator 224, you go in there. What do you expect to do? What type of performance do you expect to have against AJ?
I just want to go out and just show, what I've shown, locally, that, I'm a good fighter. And I can hang with him in the stand-up, if not excel. And on the ground, I want to show that my jiu-jitsu is world class. I've been the guy emailing all kinds of tournaments and Eddie Bravo invitationals and, combat worlds and all kinds of stuff trying to get into these things. And, you're just one of many people. So this is just an opportunity to show that my jiu-jitsu is world class, and even past this fight that, I'm a name that should be in the mix of all those top level guys. So just go out there, be at peace, have fun, do what I do, you know, the path to victory is there. You know, it's not like a super impossible fight. So just go out there, follow the path, and enjoy the ride.
So basically, you're looking at this fight as a fight that can open many doors in the future for you.
I think any fight to any fighter can open doors on the right night, and some more than others. And this may be one of those fights that can open more doors. But even if it doesn't, I'm going to be at peace with going out there and performing and at least validating to myself, that I could hang in there with the likes of anyone, in the world.
All right, man. July 12th, Bellator 224, Thackerville, Oklahoma. Yeah. I appreciate the time, Jacob, and good luck to you on this fight and in the future.
Thank you, guys. Don't miss the fight. Hit me up on, follow me Instagram, Facebook, Jiu-Jitsu Jesus _ in between them all.